Gilkerson, lead creative here at Company 119, and this is the Coffee Cup. We appreciate you joining us today. Over the last few episodes, we've been talking about digital branding strategy, and we're going to continue talking about that today. Today, we're going to focus on recognizing your brand's voice and helping to define what you want your brand to sound like, what you want to say with your brand, and how you want people to perceive your brand when they see you online with your digital presence. So today, our slide presentation starts with, actually it's not going to start with it. Our source for most of today's slides comes from Sprout Social, which is a network that I really like a lot. They had a great article that they posted talking about brand voice, and I did use that as kind of my baseline for today's slides. So what you want to do when you go through talking about your brand voice, the first thing you want to do is you want to reinforce your brand's beliefs. So with your brand's beliefs, it's about your brand, not your product. And here's what I mean by that. For a long time, we talked the other day about Dollar Shave Club, right? For a long time, Gillette, Schick, it's the best a man can get. It was all this manly stuff, and it's just guys shaving in a mirror, and that's the images that you got. Very high tech, very sleek looking. Well, Dollar Shave Club took that, wadded it up, and threw it out. And they said, we're going to have fun when we talk about razors, right? We're going to have a good time. They made funny videos. They changed the way that the mood centered around razor blades. I think of Wendy's, right? Wendy's right now is the king of social media to me for branding. Wendy's said, we're going to have a lot of fun. McDonald's is way out in front. It's going to take a big swing before anybody's going to catch McDonald's. So we're kind of like this next level. You know, we're right there. If McDonald's is A, we're B. We're right there. But what can we do to be different with the social media presence? They've got a clown. You know what I mean? They're funny. Wendy said, we're going to have a good time with social media. We're going to interact with our fan base or our customer base. We're going to troll McDonald's. We're going to troll Burger King. And we're just going to enjoy what we talk about when we're talking about our food. So it wasn't uptight. It wasn't like all product driven. It was, we're going to have a good customer experience. And their numbers went up significantly because of their social media presence, especially with younger people. So you have to think about that too. Who eats fast food? Young people. You better be speaking to them. You also want to take some time to outline your brand voice. A lot of people don't do this. They really don't take it seriously. They think, well, people know who we are. Our customers know who we are. The thing about brand voice is you want to make sure that everybody who touches your social media, everybody who comes in contact with it, everybody who touches your website, everybody who puts out print media, you want to make sure that everybody is on the same page with who your company is. You want that voice to come in one wave, not look differently on different types of media. So you really want to outline it. The more of an outline you have, then the better you're going to be at expressing that brand voice, and the easier it is for you to allow other people to help you be creative with it. So take some time, really actually map out what you want the voice to sound like, even physically. What do you want the physical voice of your company to be? When you hear your voice, does it sound like a giant man? Does it sound like a little boy? Does it sound like a woman? Does it sound like a robot? What does your brand voice sound like? And start working it right down to that type of detail. The more details you have about your brand voice, the more creative you can be with it. Be transparent, especially about your key messages. The number one thing that people want out of a business that they want to do business with is they want honesty. That's the number one thing. So if you're telling everybody how natural your ingredients are, for example, show them. Don't hide it on your website and make it hard to find. Let your brand voice be transparent. If you're telling people how fast your turnaround times are on something, give some numbers to support that. Give video where you show that. Be transparent with your beliefs. Let those permeate through your media, and people will naturally trust you more. If you tell people that you're really good at customer service, but you don't have any visible customer service, you don't have any testimonials, you don't have any type of video that shows that, people are going to say, well, if you're so great at customer service, why can't I find it? Be very transparent, especially with key messages. Monitor your engagement and interact with customers. This is going to be my last point for you. As with everything in digital marketing, you can monitor things very easily. Analytics reports have made it very easy to tell what gets engagement and what doesn't. So if you're trying a strategy and it's a tree falling in the woods and nobody's hearing it, don't be afraid to abandon that strategy. Try something else. Social media especially tends to have a very short attention span. So you can run a poor campaign as long as it's not overly offensive. If it's just not getting results, you can run that campaign and you can abandon it quickly and you can launch another one. And people won't even remember the last one unless, like I said, if you've been very offensive, then it might not work. So you have to really think about your brand tone and think about how you want to approach customers. For some people, offensive works, right? Some people don't care if they do offend and they can get great results out of that. Most businesses aren't going to be able to succeed with that type of a model for interaction. Also, interact with your customers. Take time to talk to them. Make your customer service social media friendly. Do customer service through Twitter if you can. Use chat bots to interact with people online to make that customer service experience very quick and very rapid. If you have good engagement with customers, they're more likely to trust you. They're more likely to feel less like you're a brand and more like you're a friend. And we're always more likely to do business with friends than we are strangers. So if you can interact with your customers, give them an idea that you're really there, you're tangible, they can reach out and feel you, you've got a good chance of earning their business and becoming a brand that they trust. So that's our tips for defining your brand's voice. We hope you found it useful, and we'd like to hear what you have to offer as well. Don't be afraid to reach out to us and give us some tips. We might just share those on the coffee cup. We hope that you learn more about branding your voice before you finish your first cup of coffee than your competition will all day. Thanks for joining us.